Okay. Right. We are live. We're rolling. Oh, sorry. Hit the mic. Yeah. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. I sure did. With the Singapore Grand Prix and the Sandown 500. Also, watch the Bristol Night race. Was okay, but the two races from Supercars and F1 were pretty good, especially the Singapore one. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. So yeah, we're gonna play. We're going to continue with Breaking Point in F1 23. So we just finished the British Grand Prix chapter last week. Pretty sure I've already have everything read and called. Wait, it's not. It's not scrolling. Oh, I have to select the call first before I do so. I hope I am loud and clear here. So right now nothing in the chat so far. I think yeah, go to the next chapter now.
I did not like Aiden. Not at all.
Why not?
I thought he was immature about what happened in Baku. Like he never really got over it. He was aggressive on track, and the paddock talks. He just wasn't happy at Connorsport. Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
It's already complicated. And I've told you they don't need to know.
Well, it's your call, of course. But the dishonesty makes me uncomfortable.
We'll talk about it later. Yes?
Let's make this quick.
Or maybe we could give Casper a bit of our time.
This wasn't scheduled.
What, are you too busy for us now?
Just tell them, Casper.
Andreo, please.
Can we get started?
Yeah, Aiden's got a meeting at Mercedes he needs to get to.
Enough!
Oh.
Enough! Okay? This is what we have to talk about. It has to stop. Understand? If we can't pull together now...
If we can't pull together, we are finished.
Wait, what does that mean?
Andreo,
It means that if we don't finish 5th or higher, Butler Global will pull funding. And I don't think we'll find an investor to replace him. Not now.
Wait, what? Casper?
yeah, it's true.
Well, then we're finished. Andrea?
We're finished.
So yeah, Dad brought me onto the team and then immediately threatened to shut it down.
Why would he do that?
It's kind of his thing.
Where are they in the standings? That's the question. If I'm audible enough. Austrian Grand Prix. 1 week later, with rain forecast, the Austrian Grand Prix Connorsport are hoping that the gamble of an early pit stop for Cali pays off. Oh, great. First time in the rain in this game. Well.
Okay, Callie, I'm sure you've got questions, but we think we know what we're doing here. We've got information that says more rain's coming, and so, because we're the first ones to come and make this change, we can turn it into an advantage. So on your out lap, let's make it all count.
Copy that.
Once again, the force feedback being so light when switching between windows for some reason. I hate it. So freaking annoying. Right, damn it. Beat Alpine and Alfa Romeo finishing in the top 5.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Aiden's coming in for his stop now. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the
So
car
9
ahead
laps.
by. 8.4 seconds.
Wait, I didn't.
And the gap behind us is 1.7 seconds.
I can feel the. I can tell the T6 kicking it. Whoops. Wait, no. I need to check the race director. So it's both Alpine and Alfa Romeo, if I recall correctly. Race director, where are they? So 5th. Okay, all of them have made their pit stop. So I really have to overtake them on track.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 5.5 seconds. work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Finishing the top 5.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.2 seconds. Tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
They keep over
Our
fueling.
gap behind is 2.9 seconds.
It's gonna be hard to tell if I'm able to reach Bottas. I'm pretty sure Bottas is in 5th. Teammate has overtaken Ocon. That could have been the position there. Okay, maybe not. DRS enabled. It's about to dry up, isn't it?
have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Verstappen is 5th. Can we take it? There's an Aston and a McLaren ahead of Verstappen.
P6, we're now running in P6.
Don't have DRS.
Okay, mate, this is the final
I
lap
think
of the
we
race.
have. No, we
Final
don't.
lap.
I'm pretty sure Verstappen has. Yep. Wait, what? How come I have a run on the 2? Well, early in the on the straight at least.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Can I overtake Verstappen? Almost. Couldn't do it. Side by side. Yes! P4!
Congratulations, Callie. You keep going like that, you might just prove me wrong yet. Callie?
Wait, radio silence from Kelly?
That it might have been too soon, but in hindsight, Sport really did make the right call. Mayer made the pit stop, changed to wet tyres ahead of everybody else. That was a real turning point.
I guess they pitted her early.
Right, and not everyone did today. It's great to see Sport taking their chances like that. Wonderful race by Mayer.
If they want to improve on last season, they've got to try and do something
I mean,
different. Well, they did
home
that today. They
creators
timed it well.
are saying
Mayer,
that
she
it was
continues to
a
impress.
good pit strategy.
Red Bull are our winners today.
Sergio Perez wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Fortune favors the bull. The early tire change allows Kelly to get the jump on her competitors in the midfield and secure a solid finish for Sport at the Red Bull Ring.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you're wrong?
I was just trying to
Devon.
congratulate you, that's
Oh, that was
Prove
Devon.
you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie,
In the pit lane. You're arguing in the pit lane.
Piece of work.
but it was a great race.
Thought it was
You
Casper.
said you'd keep him away from me.
I'll talk to him.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah. Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway.
Jackson. Might need to up the angle there. I'm expecting a phone call here from Casper.
Casper? Jasper.
Hey, look, I've put measures in place to clamp down on who can access team radio now.
Thanks, I guess.
Look, it turns out your father talked Mark into it. Says something like, "You're not going to keep me off team radio on my own team."
Yeah, well, I guess Mark can be a bit of a pushover at times.
Look, I've stopped Davidoff from attending this press thing later, so that's something at least.
Oh, thanks for that. How did he take it?
Didn't like it. I think he sees all of this as publicity for Butler Global.
Yeah, sounds like Dad.
Yeah. Look, I'll stop by later too, so see you there.
See you there.
Oh, another one.
Mum.
Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong. He's got a nerve.
Oh wow,
He really
that
gets
was.
to me, Mum. I know I shouldn't let him, but
I mean, of course.
can't bear it.
Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. Say something.
I did. I spoke to him.
And?
He said he didn't mean anything by it. He said I did well today.
Unbelievable.
What else do you expect? An apology? I don't know what to do.
You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, fair point.
Sorry about
Don't
that.
envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Mum.
Sorry about that. Yeah. New comms clearance protocol, just an email to outline the new on-track radio comms clearance protocol that we've put in place. It's effective immediately for both Aiden and Callie during practice qualifying races. This won't affect most of you, but you'll find the new procedure attached. Any questions, just let me know. Linda Clifton. Please be careful, press and socials. We're currently speculating over team's financial... Wait, what? Press and socials are currently speculating over the team's financial situation. As ever, we ask you all to be careful when and where you discuss team-related business. Excuse me. Andrea is keen the team doesn't descend into a series of closed-door meetings, but that requires trust on the part of all its employees. Thanks for your understanding, Elisa Lang. Tires, congrats to everyone on Tire Strategy. We were the best team out there today in terms of our decision making and our timing. We keep going like this and we'll keep up with the best of them. Should be a strategy or something in regards to that. Quick reminder about the press call today after the race. It's a big feature piece they're running in Spotlight, which will help to further raise the team's profile and continue our quest to build a positive brand identity. At Casper's request, the piece will be largely focusing on the drivers. On all required attendees should already have details in their calendars. Thanks so much. Pretty sure I made the compromise on not bringing Davidoff into that press thing. Social from break. Cornersport were the one team today who timed their tire strategy to absolute perfection. Saw that coming. It's got to be hard to block out the noise surrounding the team. For Mayer to finish 4th is a marvelous result for her and Cornersport. Ackerman is doing a phenomenal job at keeping his drivers focused. I don't envy his position right now, but I think he's doing an impressive job. We're not really going to lose Cornersport, surely. They're doing pretty well this season, all things considered. I can't see a team like this struggling to find another investor or even a buyer if it came to that. Best Wet Better races go from Jimmy Broadbent. Silverstone 2008, and absolutely by Hamilton, of course. Oh, he's asking about what are the best wet weather races. Okay, 2011 Canadian Grand Prix holds a special place in my heart. Hashtag button. Senna's dominance at Donington in '93 was a sight to behold, a true masterclass. Hashtag legend. Hashtag Senna. I'll tell you what, this Calimere ain't half bad. I still don't think we'll see her next season. Prove me wrong, Callie. Must admit, I thought they'd made the wrong call, but well done, Corner Sport. While the reports pre-race were conflicting, the rain certainly showed up and made its presence felt today in Spielberg. From David Croft. Give me the chaos of wet race any day. Me too. Any day. Like in the Dutch Grand Prix this year. Latest Davidoff Butler interview says he had to be convinced to sign his own daughter. Lol. I don't buy a word that comes out of that man's mouth. Ah, boy. I mean, unfortunately, that's the truth, but Davidoff doing Davidoff things, I suppose. The opportunity to sit down with the team's chief financier, Davidoff Butler, who assures us he takes a back seat in the running of the team. We press him on this. Hasn't he had any say in the direction the team takes? Not even the signing of his own daughter. Actually, that was Ackerman's idea. Believe it or not, he was the one trying to convince me. No, I know my place. Everyone on this team excels at their job, and I put my faith in them entirely. Has now lasted the best part of 2 seasons in F1. Davidoff doesn't deny it is a struggle for a new team. It won't come as a shock to anyone to learn that it's difficult. He says there's no PD for a new team on to the grid. No allowances made for us. F1 is a ruthless world. I mean, if they fall down, they only last 2 seasons. That's shorter than what Hispania achieved. I mean, okay, they were just as I said that, the future of Corner Sport, which, by the way, I mean, in the first season of Corner Sports Race, did he get a DNQ? That's the question. Will Butler global pool funding, with comparisons already drawn to Manor, Caterham, and HRT? Many have speculated over Corner Sport's future in the sport and what it would take to guarantee the team another season. The team's performance has been far from disastrous. They have been proven to be a competitive force in F1, but as ever, it all comes back to money, and Davidoff has been suspiciously tight-lipped about the team's finances. Rumblings from certain corners of the paddock suggest the team hasn't been quite the financial success its investors were hoping for, which does raise questions about the team's future. At the very least, we shouldn't take it for granted that Cornersport will still be around next season. Manor, Caterham, and HRT all went into administration when they finally withdrew from the sport, and all had large debts to pay. Yeah. Nick Lauda and the curve that bears his name, a fading tribute, and a track like Spielberg is famous for its tight bends, its sharp inclines and descents, but now it shares some of its fame with an Austrian legend, namely the late, great Niki Lauda. Turn 1 at the Red Bull Ring will now permanently be known as the Niki Lauda curve, paying tribute to the 3-time world champion who passed away in May 2019. Lauda is in fact the only Austrian to have won a Grand Prix at home and was non-executive chairman of Mercedes-AMG F1. He previously had a different turn named after him at Spielberg. After redevelopment, a turn bearing his name was lacking. Now his name returns to the Red Bull Ring. Okay, so when it was still known as A1 Ring, there was a corner named after him, but when Red Bull bought the track, it didn't have his name in any of the corners. I see. Probably need to check racingcircuits.net again if that's the case. Right, on to the next chapter. Italian Grand Prix 1 month later. As the grid heads to Monza, fractures within the team continue to plague Cornersport. Again? Excuse me?
Hey boss, got a couple of minutes?
We're getting reports of a bit confrontation down in the garage, which we thought you should know about. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she called him out on it. The mechanic called her privileged and out of touch, said she won't make it in F1 because she doesn't understand how punishing it can be. How do you want to handle it? Sounds like to me Callie already took care of it. She is this kind of thing. She can handle it herself. This doesn't happen under my watch. We are a team and we need to act like one. Arrange a meeting with a mechanic. I want to give a official warning. Do you want reputation? That's going to suffer the reputation here. This could potentially have the performance suffer. Cornersport feature article is out, and while favorable to the team overall, the journalists did pick up some obvious tension between Cal and Eden. Questions in the press and on social media are beginning to circulate that there is an irreparable rift between the Cornersport drivers. Ah, shite. Okay, it was up on both. Performance decreased from the team interview. So, if I did bring Butler, Davidoff there, what would happen then? What would be the effects from that? Oh shit.
Hey,
Guess who's on his way in?
Davidoff?
He just called the office. Arrange him a lunch, he says. He treats the office staff like his personal assistants.
He shouldn't be a drain on our resources. Look, I'll talk to him.
Can you let the garage staff know he'll be wandering around down there? And make sure we have the usual room set up for him.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh
Roll out
boy.
the red carpet. Davidoff's in town. Last I heard he was joining us in Singapore, but today he just shows up.
Don't let him
Typical.
get to you like this. We'll handle him.
Remind me why I went into business with him.
At least you have an F1 team.
For now.
Look, he wants us to succeed.
Doesn't always feel like it, Cass.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, one more from Callie.
People are saying Dad's heading in.
He is, yeah.
I thought he wasn't around this weekend.
Well, so did we. Listen, I heard what happened in the garage.
Oh, yeah. Look, please don't worry about that. It got a bit heated, but it's fine.
I can't have that behavior on the team. I'm giving the guy a warning.
Oh, is that necessary?
But it's not okay to talk about your own drivers like that.
Right. Well, you're the boss.
Yeah. See you in the meeting.
Well,
See you there.
huh. Right. Jackson on the move, so we couldn't be happier that after a grueling season, Aiden Jackson finally agreed to talk to us how he's getting on. How has he found the season so far? We asked him all about it. To be honest, it's been tough. He tells us the Corner Sport team are all working hard. I'm working hard, but sometimes it just doesn't click. Jackson has struggled at Corner Sport with the car last season with previous teammate Devin Butler and more recently with Callie Mayer. Is he happy there? He ducks the question. It's not about my happiness. He says we're all professionals and we've all got a job to do. Typical PR stuff saying that we're just professionals. Okay, that's fair enough. Corner Sport do have a job to do, but drivers who are happy in their current team are rarely shy about saying so. Which is true. Although, you know, the battle within, I asked about their run in Baku and their battle at Silverstone. There's been a lot of discussion about their rocky start. They finally put all that behind them? I never had any issues in the first place, Mayer says, but Jackson frowns at her answer. Seriously, he says, not. Not this again, Mayer replies. Oh, wow. She's smiling, rolling her eyes, making a joke of it, but I'm not convinced either of them find it particularly amusing. Maybe let's talk about something else, she suggests. She's trying to keep it light, but Jackson Jackson is visibly annoyed. I appear to have reopened an old wound. I should probably drop it at the stage, but I can't help myself. Why do they think they find it so difficult to pull together for the good of the team? I ask them outright. We are pulling together, Mayor insists as Jackson looks away, avoiding eye contact. Oh my god. Oh boy. What would have been the way to avoid this without causing even further conflict? Just cancel it all altogether. Monza, iconic turns and inspired tifosi, part of the furniture, which leaves this question: is there any greater track than Monza? Dramatic turns. I mean, most of the turns are. I mean, there's 3 chicanes, and then, I mean, you got the Lesbo corners, Ascari chicane, and Parabolica. Passionate fans, history, unpredictability, and high speed. The Autodromo Nazionale Monza, to give it its full name, hosts the official Italian Grand Prix. It has done so every year since it debuted as part of the first official Formula calendar in 1950. Built in a rapid 110 days in 1922, Monza is almost synonymous with the sport, and for many synonymous with Italy itself. I mean, they've been in almost every calendar in Formula One except for that one year where they raced in Imola instead. Nearby Milan is a cultural and fashion hub. Well, it's just in the sticks enough to feel at one with the famous Italian countryside. Oh, and did we mention its fast drivers will be at full throttle for almost 8% of the lap? Excuse me, I'm hearing stuff from the other room. I hope that's not being heard. I'm gonna need to I hope you're not hearing that in the background. Right. Social. Have we all read the Spotlight article on Corner Sport? Jackson and Mayer really don't get on do they? As if we needed an article to tell us. Is Agent Eden Jackson looking to leave Corner Sport? Read my latest interview for Trackside. Okay. Trying to hear where the microphone is very distracting, but like I'm worried. Hope you guys are not hearing that. No one should be surprised if he is. He's clearly not happy there for ages. He should be grateful he's not. He's got a seat. If you ask me, one of the most underwhelming drivers on the grid. Serious question: has Jackson ever got on with his teammates? At some point, you gotta take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, "Am I the problem?" Yeah, Jackson's being a bit problematic to say the least. Ask if he regretted something into Formula One this morning. I think that reporter is still cowering in the corner somewhere after Connor's passionate response. I love Connor. He's honest and clearly has a lot of love for his team and the sport. It was a question clearly meant to rile him. Oh. Okay, I thought it was asking himself. Someone's asking if he regrets getting to F1. Okay, that was pretty bad look from the reporter there. Just not what the team really needs right now. Surely Ackerman's not only got to watch his drivers, but now his boss is making headlines too. Gasly in 2020, Ricciardo in 21. Could we be in for another surprise winner here today? It was Verstappen in real life. I wonder who will replace Aiden if he leaves. Wait. Pretty sure we're in 23 now. But the post here is saying we're still in 22. That's weird. I wonder who will replace Aiden if he leaves. Get Casper back in the driving seat, I say. Wanna just pull Lucas Weber out of retirement. This again, let it go already. What? Let's be honest, it's not like Corner Sport are the only team courting drama at the moment. No, just the best drama. We'll look back on our favorite races at Monza. Right, here we go. Email. change of plans. We've just had word that Davidoff will be around this race weekend due to a last-minute change of plans. He's requesting an update on the car, so expect him in and around the garage. As ever, answer his questions as best you can, but don't let it get in the way of your jobs. Disharmony in garage, an update on the situation in the garage. There are a lot of opinions flying around on Callie and Aiden. Lots of bickering, some saying Aiden's not delivering, some saying that's because Callie is the clear priority. The atmosphere isn't great. I've had a word with one or two of the team and told them to watch their tone at work. I've said it's fine for them to have those opinions privately, but professionally they are members of a team. Obviously, I want to do my best to unite the garage, but I'm also worried about this escalating the situation by doing anything too drastic. I've used a light touch for now, but I'll keep an eye on it. Just wanted to keep you updated. Phil, Spotlight article. That article finally came out. They focused quite heavily on Aiden and Kelly's dislike of each other. We've been trying to calm down this infighting narrative, but it's not great for us. Not essential reading, but take a look if you're interested. I've contacted the drivers separately to ask if they wouldn't mind talking down this aspect in the press. Yeah, come on, drivers, keep it together. Oh, another questions to
Could you
answer.
take a look at this, please?
Andrea was cornered by a reporter when heading out of the team hotel early this morning, asking if he regretted getting into F1. We know Andrea to be a passionate man. This, coupled with the already tense situation, may have made his response come across a little fiery. This might require some damage control. How would you handle it? We wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for Andrea's commitment and passion. He exemplifies what we stand for as a team. Put out a statement to that effect supporting Andreo. Can get in the best of him at times, apologize to the reporter privately and try to downplay the matter. Let's get this off people's radars. Do nothing. It's a private apology though. That may not be a good choice. Who knows?
Everything else looks fine. It's just about that rear wing.
I don't want to sacrifice any more downforce.
It's okay, it's your call. Now, let's check
It's
the
a
weather
low
again in
down
an hour.
force track. Oh boy.
Oi, oi.
There goes Davidoff.
Did you miss me?
And Devin.
Sis?
Hi, bro.
Jackson.
Devon.
How are you, Devin?
I am excited.
Oh, that's why they
Very
changed the
excited
plans.
to be involved again. Now you pretend I'm not here. You carry on, please.
Involved? How?
Oh, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of.
Involved? How?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
And what does Andreo say to that?
He'll agree, Casper. It's fine.
Oh my
Were
god.
they pleased to see you?
People are always pleased to see me.
And what was your new role?
I guess you might call me a liaison. Yeah, I love to liaise. Dad wanted me to talk to people, keep people's spirits up, give some friendly words of advice, that kind of thing. But it was tough. Yeah, Aiden still had that ego. Still thought he was too good for the team. Wouldn't listen to Casper's advice.
Oh my
That was
God.
a problem. And then Andreo, he was worried about the future of the team. He had Dad breathing down his neck. And Callie, well, let's just say Callie wasn't really looking for my advice. The whole thing was a mess. I mean, honestly, I'd only been gone 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Mid-race, with her brother's return certain to ruffle a few feathers at the already shaky cornersport, Kelly focuses on the race and the continuing battle with her teammate Aiden Jackson. For a moment, came back. Just went to the toilet. Right, here we go. Oh, what's gonna happen here?
The two Connorsport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon. For me, they're a little bit too close for comfort.
What is Aiden playing at? Tell him to back off. Okay, Callie, he knows. Clearly he doesn't know.
Yeah, same old stuff. Jackson really wants to make a move out there, but Mayer, no chance. Not letting him past.
Towards the Curva Grande we go. He's going for it. It's really close. It's too close. There goes Mayer's front wing. Oh, Aiden Jackson, what happened there? This now seems
There's
like
a lot of space on the outside.
Yes, this race is critical for them. When are they going to just pull themselves together?
Okay, box please, Callie. Let's get that wing replaced. This is a joke. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. Yeah, copy.
God, I can understand why people don't like Jackson as much. Oh god, I'm gonna do the pit limiter here. Just in case, gonna need to recalibrate the force feedback once again. Where's the thing? It's not there. Course settings, properties. That's good. I was very tentative on the brakes because of the missing front wing. I didn't see what the speed was. Nope.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That stop wasn't great. We've lost some time there. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Finish ahead of Heated. How?
Gap to your teammate ahead is 26.0 seconds. so the gap to the car behind is 1.5 seconds.
You know what? Sometimes I forget. I need to change the brake bias and diff. Maybe the diff. People say 60 is perfect for tracks like these. But yeah, the brake bias. What? I hope I still... Okay.
Right, let's go, come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
There's a train in front. Holy smokes.
Nice move. Good job. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Currently trailing our teammate by 17.4 seconds.
Stroll battling with Sargent side by side into Ascari.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
That would have lost us some time. More laps. We're not gonna get to Jackson. Lock the rears there. Ooh.
You're into P8, you've taken P8.
Hey, Fernando! All the time you have to leave the space.
Okay, just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Hey, Aiden. Oh my god, you're so slow. Oh, really?
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So Mayer managed to pull it back in the end. But if this continues, Connorsport are in real danger of sabotaging their own chances of a decent finish this season.
There is so much talent in that team, and yet they're their own worst enemy. The reason they're not making progress is each other. Ridiculous state of affairs.
And it's clear that Jackson continues to be the aggressor. Is it personal, Natalie?
Well, you know, it does seem that way from the outside looking in, but all I know is they just can't go on like this.
Red Bull put up an outstanding...
Now, once
Oh,
again,
boy.
another eventful race out there today for Connorsport, Kelly. Is the team sabotaging its own chance of a decent finish this season?
Punditry is your job, Natalie. No, I am not here to comment on those kind of narratives. I will stick to driving the car, thank you.
Everyone is talking about Devon's return to Connorsport today, so is it good to have him back around again?
Never tell him I said this, but I don't mind having him around. It's gonna be publicized though. He's still got a lot to offer. He's still got a lot to offer the team and the sport. He means well, but he's not the easiest person to be around. I'm worried he's going to be a distraction. Perhaps to learn from the lesson about denying that the father is funding the team that made her get the seat.
I mean, doesn't matter what I think. The truth is, Davon's still got a lot to offer the sport. It's right that he's still around, and I'm pleased that Connorsport has been able to facilitate that.
Well, look, I'm loath to ask how bad your relationship is between you and Aiden, but there's been more contact today, so just enlighten us.
Not enough. Not enough level for the performance side. This would have been the answer to take. I'm gonna deny.
It's actually fine. People love to speculate and quotes get taken out of context, but there's no problem at all between me and Aiden. I mean, nobody's ever happy when they get in a scrape on track, but to say there's any kind of issue between us is nonsense.
Now,
I
in
don't
the
know about
past,
that.
you've refused to acknowledge the role of your father in getting your current seat at Connorsport. Why is that?
It always helps to have a That's nothing shocking, that's just life.
Okay, I'm not taking any more questions about my father. Ask him about his involvement.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Yeah, well, Fernando. Continue to shoot themselves in the foot, just like Unity. With Mir and Jackson getting into another on-track tussle at the Italian Grand Prix. Fortunately, Cali manages to turn it around and finish within the points and ahead of Aiden Jackson. But it's clear to all that Connorsport problems aren't going away anytime soon. Podium pass XP, go figure. Oh wow, I'm so far behind on the performance table to get that option.
Go on then, let's have it.
That's no way to answer the phone. Media training rule number 1.
Say your piece, mother dearest.
Fine if you want to be like that. You have a problem confronting issues, you'd be better off dealing with them and moving on. There, I said it.
Have you been talking to my therapist?
No, but I'm serious, darling. The more you ignore these questions from the media, the more they'll haunt you.
It's none of their business.
But that's where you're wrong, darling. It's quite literally their business. It's how they make their living.
Whose side are you on here?
Look, I'm trying to help you manage the situation. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, you're certainly right about that.
Anyway, forgive me for sticking my nose in again. I'll let you go, Cal. Ciao.
Funny because it's in Italy. Oh shit.
Hey, Andrew.
Callie, we're so grateful for you smoothing things over in the press with Aiden.
It's for the best, right?
It's better for morale, yes? We can focus
Oh, I
on
guess
what
we're
we
better
need
off
to do.
there.
The team functions better.
Well, please that could help.
Some people are not so comfortable with misleading in this way, but we do what needs to be done, yes?
Whatever it takes.
Good. Good. You are Connor Sport through and through. Thanks, Callie.
Well, I guess I was better off with that picking that answer. Feud beyond a joke in a race of critical importance for the team. Their two drivers make contact yet again, forcing Calamere to pit early and replace her front wing. There's never a good time to get in a scrap on track, and it's always galling to see teammates cause each other problems mid-race, but it's hard to imagine worse timing for Connor Sport. There are already doubts over the team's future, as rumors suggest. They may be struggling with their finances just 2 seasons in. Connor Sport confirmed Butler's involvement following sightings of Devin Butler at Monza. Connor Sport broke their silence and confirmed that Devin Butler is still a member of the team. He won't be driving again this season, but remains keen to help Connor Sport out in whatever way he can. Connor Sport has yet to confirm Butler's precise role, or even if he has a designated role. The most we know about the situation comes from David Butler, who said of his son, he is an integral part of everything we're trying to achieve at Connor Sport, and his continued involvement can only benefit the team. Jackson on the move, so we couldn't be happier that after a grueling season, Aiden Jackson finally agreed to talk to us how he's getting on. I think we have seen all of that. Okay, we have already read those. 6th place finish for Mayer after an incident with her teammate. Impressive, all things considered. Mayer is so touchy about the Dove, refuses to take any more questions about him. Yeah, that's right, Ben. I'm not sure Connor Sport deserve to be here next season. They're falling apart at the seams. I miss them though. They sure have been fun to watch. Yeah, but 6 for Mayer. She's consistently bringing them points. Hey, it was also the points, to be fair. Honestly, I'm on Callie's side here. Why should she have to take so many questions about her father? They should be asking him those questions. I'll be honest, I feel really bad for Mayer. Doesn't matter what she actually says. Seems like the media finds an angle to nail her to the wall about it. I would guess that's supposed to be a reply to Sharkstein there. Tommy agreed. Not surprising, she was a bit stiff in interviews given what she's having to deal with. But then they beat her up about that. I know, double standards, much like everyone thought Raikkonen was amazing for just not giving a flying fin about the press. He just didn't care, but for some reason everyone's decided Mayer's gotta just suck it all up. Mayer says it's nonsense that there's an issue between her and Jackson. Okay, Callie, whatever you say. Yeah, even I am not a fan of the answer. I guess Andrea is fan of the answer. Strong performance from both Sainz and Leclerc today mark a positive weekend for Ferrari. Vasseur will undoubtedly be pleased. Points are points at the end of the day, and Mayer comes home in 6 to help prop up a Connor Sport team who have been inconsistent as of late. Aggressive driving from Jackson out there cost Mayer additional points today. Ackerman looked flabbergasted on the pit wall. I mean, Jackson appeared to be quicker than Callie in the cutscene. He was overtaking her. So, I don't know. Aggressive is a bit harsh. That was a racing incident. These are two competitive individuals. Things happen. Like I said, there was a lot of room at the left of Curve Grande. Yes, but they keep seeming to happen to these two teammates. So it would seem that Butler is back in the paddock this weekend with Connor Sport. So should Callie be looking over her shoulder? Now Connor Sport have confirmed Devon won't be back behind the wheel this year. See him all smiles from the pictures I saw. I have so many questions. He's back to run the Connor Sport social account. Oh, imagine that. Your new superior. Oh no. Alright, sis. New role, new email address. Use this one from now on. Ta. I know it might be a bit awkward having me around, but I just wanted to say try not to think of me as your boss. I'm your brother first and your superior second. Devon is fine in private, but if you could stick to certain public, that'd be great. What the hell, Devon? Nice race out there today. You keep at it. You might actually make a career of this motorsport malarkey. Malarkey, right. What more can we say about this? You're professional F1 drivers. You do this for a living. Hundreds of people on this team dedicate every single moment of their working lives to making it the best team it can possibly be. You disrespect each and every one of them with your petty on-track squabbles. Be better, Andreo. Yep. Yep. There you go. Andrea's mad. Singapore Grand Prix, with their dysfunction clear for all to see and with only a handful of races now left in the 23 season, Motorsport looked like a team on the ropes as they head into Singapore. I imagine when this was released, and look at the screenshot, that's the grandstand section. It's still there in the release, but now we have it patched with the new layout, bypassing the grandstand section. So right, here we go. Mid race.
Flagging off.
Practice, I guess.
Hey.
Ooh. Scared the life out of me, mate.
I didn't mean to. Picking up any tips?
I don't think they like the short straights here.
You didn't mind them, did you?
I love this track. Always do well here. Well, used to.
How are you doing, Devon?
Me? Golden, mate. Loving life.
Yeah, sure.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
That's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
Yeah, well, like that. But, I didn't choose this, Casper. I didn't. You came back, right? How's it treating you?
I kind of
ups and downs.
kind of bit.
How's our old teammate doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's happy here.
He still thinks he belongs in that top team, see? He's never let it go. That's the problem. You know, I could have a word with him. I mean, if you think that might help.
Maybe.
It's all a bit delicate.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I understand.
GF
No,
for
Devon, I mean it.
Huh? Scouts on him, mate.
Oh, come on. Oh, boy. So I guess it's 3 chapters each.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
Ah, sheesh, and we don't have this option to use. An anonymous source has talked to the press about how Cali must not be criticized at corner sport. It sounds like it came from a mechanic who had a Ooh. Firing that mechanic. Oh my god. Devon's just been in. He said the two of you had a little chat and that you both agree Ada needs a bit of extra motivation. Is that true? He suggested setting an expected finishing position for him this weekend as third. No offense, boss, but that seems a bit overly ambitious. What's your plan? This will affect the bonus objective in the upcoming race. Typical Devon. We have our projections. We'll stick to our agreed plan. Do we go for podium? Can we get the podium? That's it's a bonus objective anyways, I guess. Reporter didn't seem too happy, but took the apology on board and agreed not to pursue Andrea anymore. The story disappeared and the team were able to focus on the race weekend. Yeah, that's the incident with Andrea being angry about being asked about regretting F1. Lucas's publication sent Amari Aloe in his stead. There's no fear of anyone thinking it was a puff piece. Amari was pointed and strong with his critique around the troubles at Cornersport. It caused a bit of a stir down the garage. Morale has been a bit low this weekend. Okay, that has some effects. Yeah, okay. I see. That kind of sucked.
Andrea,
Did you read his email?
I glanced at it.
He's a sly old fox at that one. Thank you for finding a place for Devon, as if we had a choice, Casper. As if it was our decision.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going with Devon anyway?
Ah, he's still struggling. But he does really care about the team, so, you know, maybe it'll work out.
Well, that's something at least.
Rather him than his father, right?
Yeah.
Rather neither of them, Casper.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll see you.
Yeah, see you.
We're just laughing it off, of course. And Davidoff.
Davidoff.
Ackerman. Look, I know it's none of my business, but that story about the mechanics really blowing up. I trust you're dealing with it.
I'm going to clear everything up myself. I've arranged a press conference. I'll tell them everything's fine.
That's not exactly what I'd call dealing with it.
You want me to fire him?
Well, that would be your decision, naturally.
I'm not going to fire a good mechanic without any proof. The decision is made.
So be it.
So I guess it was better off having Weber interview Casper. So what was Devon's condition? I'm just getting started. Though already widely suspected, Butler recently went on record for the first time to acknowledge his medical condition, tinnitus. It's a condition in which the sufferer hears sounds that haven't come from an external source. Instead, the sounds come from inside the person's own body. Often described as ringing in the ears, the sounds might also take the form of buzzing or humming and is often linked with hearing loss. Symptoms also included vertigo and dizziness. Oh my god. Forget it. The condition worsened to the point where, in his own words, it became impossible for me to safely operate an F1 car. So yeah, it showed in the Imola crash. After a long break from his involvement in the sport, Devin Butler was quick to correct me when I broached the subject of retirement. Steady on, mate. I've retired from driving. I'm just getting started in F1. Could he be a TP in the future or something? Dizziness. There it is. Why did I struggle there? Toxic culture. Although the sources wishes to remain anonymous, he is adamant that the culture at Cornersport is toxic, particularly around protecting Calimere. They keep her wrapped in cotton wool, says the source. If you say anything remotely critical, Ackerman will tell you that you're not allowed to do that. He'll give you an official warning. I've seen it happen. Does the source feel like that's detrimental to his job? Absolutely. Sometimes I have to present counter arguments. I can't do my job properly if I'm afraid to do that. But if that's how they want to run the team, that's up to them. But how much of this is down to Ackerman protecting a driver? He's always done his best to help, or is it all about Davidoff Butler protecting his daughter? It's not the car, it's the drivers. Give the KSO2 its juice. Oh, that's the name of the car. Much is made of Cornersport's technical foibles, given the problems with reliability that plagued last year's KSO1. But the KSO2 shouldn't be judged by the feelings of its forebear. In fact, Cornersport's turnaround from a technical perspective is a story that has flown under the radar this year. Fewer unenforced DNFs, a more stable development platform, and a snazzy livery to boot. It's a shame, therefore, that Aiden and Callie aren't getting the best out of it. They have to look squarely at themselves. A true driver would be able to extract far more performance from the car. For example, back in my junior days, I constantly outperformed my rusting pile of metal, Nigel Flattery. Okay. Excuse me. Singapore Sling. Singapore Sling. God, I can't talk. What goes up? Always been considered one of the most technical tracks on the calendar, but from '08 to 2013, correction, 12. Singapore's Marina Bay also carried with it a particularly fiendish hazard, the Singapore Sling. At turn 10, there used to be a brutal chicane with curbs almost perfectly positioned to launch any slightly offline car. Get your entry wrong and you'd be unsettled by the first curb, setting you up for a brief flight under the Singapore night sky, damaging any number of key floor suspension or chassis components upon your hard re-entry. The chicane was eventually remodeled to a more horizontal setup, but no doubt those drivers that were launched can still remember. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna read the emails first. Casper, Andreo, I'd like you to direct the media relations group to start using Devon now. He's taken this role. Reminder that we need to give the role a formal title. He's got a lot to offer the sport, and I know he can help the team. So thanks in advance for putting all this in place. Yeah. Starting from 11th. I mean, Singapore, I have to admit, I was skeptical about this layout when it was first announced, but it's really grown on me over the years, especially now that Sling Chicane is gone. As an engineer that was the cause of more than a few headaches, I've forwarded this to Aiden and Cal already. My main point of emphasis was Wolf bad, just like any street circuit. Mark. He's still stuck with a decade ago. So it seems. Looks like Devin Butler's back in some kind of liaison role, maybe. What actually happened to him? Was it ever confirmed to be his hearing? Confirmed in the latest track side, not being funny, but what good does it do anyone for Devin Butler to be hanging around at Corner Sport? I agree, must be annoying for the current drivers, especially Kelly, and upsetting for Devin. Surely... What? Just to say he doesn't have valuable input. Without looking up, who can remember the winner of the first race here at Marina Bay? Alonso in 2008, controversial won that, and I'm not gonna say anymore. I think about that. I can confirm that Devon is indeed in the paddock, but uncharacteristically, he's been keeping a low profile and has been avoiding most of the media. Kelly, about my seat, race again. Already, man, these come around fast. Devon opening about his tinnitus has been really touching. It's a huge contrast to overblown caricature we got in the paddock. Fascinating to see a different side to the man. I've never been a fan, but I have a huge amount of respect for him now, looking like much drier conditions than last year's race. Reports of a toxic culture at Corner Sport. Is anyone really that surprised? This team can catch a break, can they? I bet Ackerman is crying out for an uneventful weekend. I love a good night race. There is something alluring about seeing the cars under the floodlights. I hear Singapore sky looks amazing at night too. Okay, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Okay, it's race
Did
time.
Casper really want you to talk to Aiden?
I read between the lines. Look, Casper's good at lots of things, but I know people. I know how to get in their heads. And I wanted to help Dad, help the team, so,
Leave me alone.
Listen, I'm just saying, mate, if you were such an incredible driver, you wouldn't be at Connosport, would you? Sorry, it's the truth. No offense.
Or maybe I won't be here next season.
Dude, you know what your problem is?
Yeah. You.
You think you're better than the team. I remember when Aiden Jackson was just happy to be behind the wheel of an F1 car. We all like that guy far better than this one.
You never liked me.
No. But Casper did. Once upon a time. Now you're different now. You think you're too good for the team. Your head's stuck in some imaginary big 3-seat in cloud cuckoo land, mate. No. You have got to drive the car you're in.
You're lecturing me about ego.
A subject I know well.
Oh, right. I get it. So you're allowed to be cocky, but I'm not. Is that it?
There's a difference.
How can there possibly be a difference?
This isn't you. This isn't you, mate.
Oh, get lost. Be true to myself. Drive the car I'm in. The wisdom of Devon Butler. Should I be living my best life too?
Just drive the car you're in, mate, yeah? Ciao.
I guess the third place was the top 3 reference. I think we're gonna drive as Aiden here. With Devon's words still repeating in his head, a focused and determined Aiden Jackson looks to return to form. Here we go. Is it gonna be a full race? Yes, it is. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
To the Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Here's the track, and it's all changed for 2023 with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19.
Should make it
The
easier.
lap length is now just over 3 miles. That might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, or especially their brakes. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today.
You can see the flickering on the grandstand section there.
Lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George
All
Russell.
Mercedes front
As
row,
we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz,
Forecasted
Oscar
the podium.
Piastri, Perez,
Piastri had a
Fernando Alonso,
Okay, nice.
Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris.
Not quite realistic position for Red Bull.
Stroll, Mayer, Jackson, De Vries, Magnussen,
Row 7.
Sonoda, Gasly, Bottas,
All
Sargent,
Color Sport Row 7 it
Hulkenberg,
is.
and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Oh my god,
Well,
and
a
it's also
beautiful night here
Singapore.
at the Marina Bay Circuit, and as ever, a really
It's not legal to build a building
Singapore Grand Prix
taller
ahead
than
of us.
I.
That's right, Crofty. And while there's not many surprises at the top of the standings right now, there's a lot to watch out for further down the pack.
One driver I'll be definitely keeping my eye on is Connor Sports' Aiden Jackson. He's been less than consistent so far this season.
Expect a lot of flashbacks
Aiden,
and
you
restarts.
know what you're doing here. Let's lock in and give it everything. Show us what you got.
Where are we starting? Yes, 15 laps. Softs to medium. Two seconds difference there. I went for the alternate strategy, so 7, 8, so it's, yeah, 15 lap race makes sense. Nothing in it. Top 5 finish. Podium top 3. Yeah, no shit. Bonus is top 3. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh man, nah. Won't be able to get the objective there, so yeah. Damn it.
Aiden, you know what you're doing here. Let's lock in and give it everything. Show us what you got.
Man, this has been a full-on struggle this race. Problem is, the hard difficulty is too hard, the challenging is a little too easy. For me at least. It's 15 laps of hoping you'll get it, but no. Oh shit, I'm about to hit. Might need to edit this one out after the stream. I mean, like, is this position from qualifying or hard or challenging? No, I think this is predetermined. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when I was on the hard mode, I was on the left-hand side. Challenging, I was on the right-hand side of the starting grid. Man, street circuits are gonna be the bane of my existence in this game.
You're in the top 10
Yeah.
now. Keep it up.
Some of the chapters lets you start mid-race. Shit. I mean, look at this. That was nothing.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Nice move. Good job.
Stark contrast to our previous attempts. Well, what did I expect there? Trying to go for a move that... that was never gonna work.
Increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
You know what, this whole time I just realized I didn't adjust the pedals on my set. I'm just hurting my left foot now.
Just a reminder, we're critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records, so let's think about starting to conserve fuel, maybe lifting early into the corners.
I need to move it forward. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I need my light though. Where's the... Yeah, I'm in the frame. It's a play seat challenge. Yep, it's much further. Forgot to do that before the stream. Oh my... Wait, that was Lewis?
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Oh wait, I'm still in overtake mode. Whoops.
Gap to your teammate behind is 11.1 seconds. Okay, Callie's in the pits. Callie's in the pits now. box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
Also, the Aiden Jackson, that's the name of the character that I'm driving as. You're also gonna be driving as some of the other characters in this game. Like Calimere, who's currently like the teammate in this race. Yep. Whoops.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Did I speed? Yes, I did. And I still did it. Oh, come on! There you go. Oh my god. It's gonna be nearly 4 hours of this stream. This is only meant to be 2.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to your teammate behind is 19.3 seconds. reminder, we're critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records, so let's think about starting to conserve fuel, maybe lifting early into the corners.
It's pretty marginal though.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Final lap. Push, push.
Oh, imagine if this was the previous layout. Oh, God. Finally, this is over.
We did it!
Well, the results are in. There we have it. What a race that was.
The sheer grit and determination shown by some of the drivers out there today, Crofty, was nothing short of incredible.
Elbows out, especially from Aiden Jackson. Loved his race today.
Hype!
He finally delivered the sort of performance that we know that he's capable of. So whatever they're saying to him over at Connorsport, he seems to be listening to.
Oh yeah, they
The
definitely
faces on our
improved.
top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Oh.
Now, Aidan, you have had your ups and downs this season, but tell me, on the whole, are you pleased with your overall performance?
Today's performance should be the norm for me. Oh, come on. That's like very arrogant.
Yeah,
But
I'm really happy with what we've achieved. You know, F1 gets more and more competitive every single day, so I've really given it all this season, and you know, today I've been able to show a little bit more of what we're capable of.
Okay, I'm going to be cheeky, go straight for the jugular. If you had to choose a teammate between Callie and Devon, who would it be?
To give a bit of context, Casper was Aiden's teammate in 21. And then like for this for here in F123, it started with Devon Butler was supposed to be Aiden's rival. In fact, players' rival in 2018. Before story was a thing, but they brought in characters like Devon Butler. So yeah, he would be your rival in F1 2018 and F2 and F1. Then in 2019 he was fully developed into a proper character for Breaking Point. He would be the rival to Aiden Jackson. Then Callie Mayer, Devon and Callie are siblings, but Callie is racing under a different last name to spite his dad, because to spoil a bit, is a bit of a spoiler, but you can check on the previous chapters that from the previous stream. So yeah, but yeah, they've got pretty deep in this for this year's game. Although and Casper no longer a driver, retired at the end of the F121 Breaking Point. For this he becomes the team principal for Connor Sport. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Callie.
I guess I'd have to choose Callie. We've had our differences, but I'd take her over Devon any day. Plus, she's clearly the better driver.
Now, Aidan, you have recently hinted that you're not entirely happy at Connor Sport. Tell me, is it true?
All teams have their issues. It's relevant. I've got a job to do this season. Change might do me good.
I think of Connor Sport in the same way I would my family. There are a lot of personalities to manage, but we're a tight-knit group in this team. We might not always see eye to eye, but in the end, we all want the same thing.
There's been wild speculation on whether or not Connor Sport can even be on the grid next season, so can you tell us more?
Can't imagine anyone pulling funding at this stage. That's a question for investors. It wouldn't surprise me if we struggle to find funding. Considering we won this race, this should be the answer. But like, if I had adjusted if I kept it hard, yeah.
People were quick to judge the investors, but I think they care about this team and they want it to do well. I can't imagine anyone pulling out investment at this stage.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Like your performances and your answers to the press affects what the social response is or so. Under floodlights in Singapore, Eden Jackson puts in a magnificent performance for corners. Excuse me, shit. I'm expecting a phone call here anytime soon. There you go.
Hi, Davidoff.
Aiden, appreciate the support today.
Yeah, no worries.
You're right, the investors do care about this team. We all wanted to do well. Good to see you putting that message out there.
It's true though, isn't it? You're not gonna suddenly pull out of Connorsport. The team's doing well.
It really doesn't matter, Aiden. Connorsport will get 5th and all this speculation will become irrelevant.
Well, what happens if we don't make 5th?
My position on that matter has always been clear. Thanks again, Aiden.
Davidoff is the father of Devin Butler and Kelly Mayer. So yeah. News. Quite the day at Marina Bay for Hurricane Fort. Before we end the stream, we're just gonna finish all of these stuff, all the the news, social, and email things in the game. For Hurricane Fort to be content for now. Meanwhile, at Corner Sport, it's as if Aiden Jackson finally woke up at Marina Bay. A string of disappointing performances and a lackluster attitude off track has seen the F1 world talking about him for all the wrong reasons lately. But it's not enough for him to show those much touted flashes of promise he showed in his debut season back in 2020. If we're going to start taking this driver seriously, he needs to start putting in some more consistent finishes. Of course, he's to be congratulated on his performance today, but it only shines a spotlight on the disparity between what we all know he's capable of and what he's actually been delivering. Where has he been all season long? Is this all just a case of too little too late? F1 and sustainable fuel, future first, only 2023, but Formula 1 moves quickly. We've only just got to grips with the new regulations introduced last year, but we're already looking ahead to 2026, which would bring with it the most comprehensive and important rule changes in the sport's history. 26 will bring with it increased electrified power, but also the mandate that the cars have to run on 100% sustainable fuels as part of F1's effort to go green during this decisive decade of climate action. Sebastian Vettel has already tasted the future, or should we say retro future, because in 2022 he ran Nigel Mansell's iconic 92 title-winning FW14B with carbon-neutral fuel form of bio-waste and carbon capture. Green fuels, to put it simply. Vettel has proven it can be done for a classic of yesteryear. Now it's time for the cars of tomorrow to take up the mantle. Okay, those already been read before the race. First place, that's the Aiden Jackson. I remember what a race from him today. Awful driver has one good race in 10, and we suddenly get nostalgic for the time we thought he was talented. To be fair though, he was talented and still is, just needs to stop mopping around so much. What a win. I have to admit, I love that F1 can throw up these kinds of races. Would not have figured Jackson winning today, but wow, that was fun to drive to. That was a fun drive to watch. So yeah, depending on the position you finished, all these has a bit of a difference as to what all these things say. Yeah, they do. I always said Jackson was a good driver. Amazing what he can accomplish with the right guidance from Devin Butler himself. Different role, see old Devin. Jackson prefers Kelly over Devin as a teammate, saying she's the better driver. Shots fired from Arab. So happy to have Devin Butler real. Just so you know, some of the actual YouTubers are like listed in, and even like commentators and like pundits are like in these or in the social section, like the Jess, I can't remember her full name, Yeah, you got Arava, Tiamat Marduk, Jimmy Broadbent, I think Super GT as well, if I recall. So happy to have Devin Butler back in our lives. I bet he gives some tips to Jackson today before the race. Must be the reason he managed to finish in first. Now we just need both Jackson and Mayer to have a great races. It's one or the other with these two. Tommy T. Not too familiar with this guy. But like with the picture, it should looks real. Impresses it. Finishes by both Mercedes drivers today. I think it was a second and third for Mercedes. Not content with first place, Jackson lands an extra point from the fastest lap for the team at Corner Sport. One to remember for him. So, depending on the position you finish, points, podium, and first place and fastest lap, those have an impact on what says on the socials. Only a handful of races left now. It's going to be tight one this year. Too close to call still. The usual team recap, an eventful Singapore Grand Prix. Is this showing too little too late from Jackson Corner Sport? I thought he didn't want to be there anymore anyway. And then emails regarding setup data. Phil's got access to last season's data. I'll have him forward you the analysis. Also, I know Devin's been getting a bit more involved than any of us anticipated. I'm sure you understand it's not up to me. I don't think it's an ideal situation for anyone. Great race today. See you at the debrief. Brian Doyle, in 21, he was the liaison for between Casper and Aiden Jackson. So in 21, it's based on what team you pick there. It's not predetermined. So yeah, Aiden, you can get away from those butlers, eh? Can't believe Devin's back, presumably as a full-time Pratt. I jest. I'm sure Devin's good larks. I've just seen the Grand Prix from the Maldives. Dodgy Wi-Fi in this hotel, but I saw enough to see your race. First place, our return to form. Nice one, Aiden. Best, Brian. Yeah, you can see former team liaison. Alright, Aiden, Casper's talking about your interview today. If I were you, I'd avoid him for a while unless you want another round of media training foisted on you. Not bad out there today, by the way. Keep listening to your old pal Devin, and who knows what you might accomplish. So, yeah. That's gonna be it. So, a very unexpectedly long sessions. Took me very long to complete this race. So many retries and all that. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, for the VOD for this stream to be uploaded on YouTube, I might need to edit this and cut all the unnecessary parts out. So yeah, that might mean delaying the upload. So yeah, supposedly for this week on Thursday, I actually meant to go play the Crew Motorfest, but since I'm already ran out of the trial hours, the 5 hours has already run out, and it's only going to last till like the 17th. I'm having issues trying to buy the game. I'm trying to use the Ubisoft Connect credits, or units as they call, to get a 20% discount, and then I lost the discount because there's some issue trying to buy the game. So we'll see. If I'm not going to be playing the Crew, I might go and play either Unbound or Hot Pursuit again. So yeah, but yeah, hope I'm able to buy it with no problem at this point. So yeah, from then on, I'll see you guys on Thursday. It's already pretty late. I'm gonna already need to pack this one up and get to bed very quickly. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and fully look forward to that. Of course, follow me here on Sergeant Epic Speed, and also subscribe to YouTube channel to check all the past VODs from all the online sessions and playthroughs from story modes and career modes from all the different games: Paradise, the Grid franchise, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Heat, and Unbound, and this also Breaking Point in F1 23. All right,